Hi Stampers, today I'm going to show you how to make this layered card look from Stampin' Up! Using Stampin' Up! Stamp sets. So for the card that we're going to use today, we're going to use a stamp set called Blooming with Kindness. It's a really pretty stamp set. It's got lots of different greetings. And then we're going to use some of the new colors for 2014-2015 that have just come out, so you're going to be one of the first to see them. We have Blackberry Bliss and Lost Lagoon. Those are the two colors that we're going to use today. So we're going to get started here. I will start by giving you the dimensions of the cardstock that you're going to need. You're going to need your base card, which is 5.5 by 8.5 inches. And for this one here, I'm using the Lost Lagoon. And you're just going to, first of all, start off by folding it in half. That's your card base. We'll just put that aside for a minute. Then you're going to alternate your colors. So I'm going to use here white. So this here is 5.25 by 4 inches. Then the next color is the alternate, 4.25 by 3. And then we'll go white again. And then this time it's 4 by 2.75. Back to Lost Lagoon. We're going to do 3 and 1.75 inch. And then lastly, for the greeting, we're going to use 2.75 by 1.5 inches white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the colored pieces, the Lost Lagoon, and because this is going to be the greeting piece, I'm going to take that out so I don't stamp on it as well. Now what I like to do, so I keep my pages still, is I just put a very small little dab of tape on the back of my card, and then I'm going to center it like so on the card. All right, now we're going to take our stamp set, and I'm going to use the Lost Lagoon. So I'm just going to ink it up, and then I'm going to put the flower down over top of the two pieces at one time. Then I will re-ink again. And I'll just position my stamp set a little bit differently this time so it's not always going the same way. I'll do it, and then I will repeat. And this time I'm going to just maybe put, I'll put it in the middle, I guess. And you'll notice that I'm stamping off of the paper too, so it's not going to be the full flower. And then we'll just put a little piece there. And a little piece there. And that's all you have to do. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring back our card base. I'm going to turn this card over, and I'm going to run tape along the edges and stamp or glue it down to our card base. Okay, then we're going to take the next biggest piece of your Lost Lagoon, and we're going to put it on there. Just so you remember, I'm going to flip it over, add tape, and center it on that piece. Now what I'm going to do is, I like to, you don't have to, but I'm going to pop up my layer here. And now you'll notice that I'm keeping it on the card. It's because not that it would be hard to figure out, but it's just easier, depending on the design you're using, to leave it in the same position that it's going to go. So I'm just going to put some dimensionals on here. Okay. And then I'm going to line it up. So you'll see that each flower is still basically matching. And what I meant about keeping it before is, you'll notice if you turn it around, it's not coordinating anymore. So you want to make sure you keep the printed design matching, like so. Then I'm going to just stamp. Actually, I'm going to peel this off because I forgot something. I have ribbon. This is also the new ribbon from Stampin' Up! And you'll see here what I've done is I've tied it. What I did was I used a marker and I just tied a knot so that I ended up with this loop. And I'm going to just put a little bit of tape back here. And I'm going to adhere one end behind and then the other end behind so that they're the equal distance on each side. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut that loop so that we have a cheating tie. Now I'm going to put it back on my card. Okay, like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use, this time we're going to use the Blackberry Bliss. We're going to stamp our greeting on that last piece of 2 3/4 inch by 1 1/2 inch white. We're just going to stamp on there, run some tape, and once again I really just like the looks of the dimensionals, popping it up and giving it a little bit of dimension. So I'm just going to add some dimensionals, take off the backing. This is really an easy card that you can do very quickly with pretty much any kind of stamp that you have. Put it on, and then you're done. So it's a really pretty card that you can do quickly. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.